What's up, guys? Confabulate with Aaliyah Torres.
Why you talk so low?
Because that's how you do it. You're like, what's up, guys? Confabulate with Yoel
It's
Sanchez.
what's going on, guys? You're well here, and welcome to Confabulate, the podcast where we talk about anything and everything.
Okay.
I'm your host, Will Sanchez. Thank you so much for stopping by. And this week who do we have?
Aaliyah Torres?
And you are who?
Your sister?
You are?
Your favorite sister.
Yeah, I pick favorites, but it changes every day
Hey.
or every second. Tell everyone how old you are.
I officially turned 10, I don't know how long ago.
In August
Yeah.
16th. And people might know you because do you remember when we did a YouTube video together
No, please don't remind me.
where we sang a song? We sang "Let It Go."
I already forgot about it.
I was 17.
I was 5.
You were 4? Dang. And now you're 10. And I'm not going to say how old I am.
23.
And I'm 23. And you're on my podcast.
Finally.
You've been wanting to be on for a little bit. But it took a while to get to the family season of the podcast. And I don't think you're going to be a part of the family season. I think you're going to be a part of the season I'm working on right now.
What season is this?
Season 6. The family one is season 7.
Yeah, but what's the season called? Because you had the word.
This one was just more for people who haven't been on my show yet. There's still some people I wanted to record with. But you're going to be a good, bridge. You're going to be a good bridge that'll go to the family season. You know? You'll
Okay.
kick it off. That will lead to the family season. You know? But for this episode, you guys, Aaliyah actually wanted to interview me. She came up with some questions, and I haven't seen these. I have no idea what they are. And she worked on them, and I'm super excited. And it's so, I don't know, it's so meaningful, and I'm stoked for it. So,
And also, Dad helped with these questions.
Oh, he did? Oh, I'm scared. I'm actually scared. Yeah, go ahead. Ask me whatever you want to ask me.
Okay, I'll start off easy.
Okay.
Who are your main best friends in high school throughout the school years? Cause I know you moved a lot, elementary schools. So who were your friends throughout those years?
Oh my God, look at you being a little interviewer. I love that. I did move a lot. I started off in Seaside, then went to Prunedale Elementary School, then Castroville. So I don't remember names from people in Seaside. I don't remember really anyone from there. Prunedale, my only friend that I remember having was Elijah, who we still talk to. He's a really close family friend of ours. But in Prunedale, I don't remember much having friends. It was Castroville where I had Samantha was probably the closest friend that I had there. Samantha, and I had a close friend, Sebastian, at the time. But I feel like I grew up with everyone, from 4th grade to all the way to senior year of high school. We all kind of stayed together. So I was friends with a lot of people. I always bonded really well with others. In high school, it was probably pretty much just Gustavo and I, and Samantha and Melissa and Brianna and all my cross-country friends, track and field friends, yearbook friends, SLU crew friends. Gabe Coaster.
Of course, you had to bring up Gabe Coaster.
Ruby, Giselle, Brenda, Esteban. I was friends with everyone. Garo. So yeah, but it's, you'll notice this. At first, I didn't really realize when people told me that, when you graduate from high school, things really do change, and they really do. You actually realize who's there for you, and who wants to continue being a part of your life, and then you realize the people who just kind of, vanish and go in their own lane and do their own thing and don't, reach out as much. Yeah, but as of today, I'd say my number one is Anais. Anais is my best friend. She's the sweetest, and she's always thinking of me, and is always giving me advice, and just she's always there for me. So it's Anais, and it's Melissa, and Andrew, and Gustavo, and Bree, and Maddie, and I'd say Samantha here and there. But that's kind of like my circle, and I love Mary. I talk to Mary. Um, oh, and Bobby. Forgot about Bobby. So I've I've met. It's very rare to keep your friends. When you're a teenager and a young kid, it's rare to keep them when you're like 23. When you're an adult now. So it's hard to maintain those friends. But I've been able to do that.
Okay, so
Aaliyah, this is a podcast. We take our time here. We explain things. We talk. I'm gonna take my time answering your questions.
yeah. So staying on that school subject,
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you where. Never mind. Staying on the school subject, like
You can tell I was what?
nothing.
Okay.
Staying. You keep on making me repeat myself. Staying on that school subject. What were you? Because there's like different people in school. Like there's people who did football and the yearbook and band and acting or whatever, or theater or whatever it's called.
I
And
wish I was a theater kid. We didn't have theater.
oh,
I
And-
would have been a theater kid.
and choir.
I would have been a choir kid too. But yeah. So what kid was I? What subject, basically?
Yeah.
A little bit of a nerd kid, I'd say. The group of friends that I was with, they were into, they'd always talk about, nerdy stuff, and yeah. But I was also, I don't know, I was never in ASB, but I was friends with everyone in ASB, and I kind of did everything. I'd help at all the events, I'd help clean up, and I was just, I like to put myself out there. And I also had a YouTube channel, so a lot of people knew about me. And I was in yearbook. I went to all the events taking pictures. So I was kind of like an everything kid. And I did sports. So I was one of the, athlete kids. Like I said, I bonded with all different groups of people.
Now talking about making that bridge from school to YouTube. Who was your favorite person to record a video with?
Record a video with.
Now, if you need me to.
Stay close to the mic.
Oh, sorry.
My favorite person to record a video with. I'm trying to remember everyone that I've recorded with.
Here's everybody I remember. You did the car driving
Carpool karaoke.
with Samira, and sometimes you didn't even do singing because of the Burger King video.
Yeah.
And the Let It Go with me. And I know you did with our cousin.
Arisai?
Yeah. Forgetting her name.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but most of the time you just sing, but you did a lot of different genres of videos. So whichever was your favorite to record, or like whoever was your favorite to record with?
I don't think I've ever been asked that question. I love my carpool karaoke with Andrew. It's one of my most viewed videos. And I remember, because a lot of people don't know how the carpool karaoke's worked, I would tell all the people to send me songs that they wanted to sing in our episode. So they'd give me like 5 or 6 songs, and I would learn them or memorize them. But for Andrew's, I didn't have time to learn the songs he sent me. So I kind of just like, try to fit in. But it was lots of fun. That's literally how we are in the car. I loved, my cover with Arisai, that's my most viewed video, I believe. Received a lot of hate at the time, but also a lot of love. And I love that my most viewed video is me singing. That's what I want people to remember me by. So those two stand out. But I love them all. People even ask me my favorite episodes, but I'm like, I ask people to do things with me because I, want to spend time with them, and I love to, I want them to be a part of my art, my projects. So I'm grateful and happy to have everyone,
That is great. Still on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Now it's more like, what was the very last video you posted without looking at your YouTube channel? Without looking, you can't cheat. What was the very last video you posted?
Oh my God. Well,
And I think I remember because I remember one day we were at the house and I was sitting in the garage and you're like, Aaliyah, guess who posted a new video? I was like, I don't know. And you're like me. I was like, why? Because you never posted videos and because now you're more focusing on your podcast.
yeah. Well, the most recent one I uploaded, I believe, was my national anthem at the baseball game. I believe. But if you're looking at like covers I've done or like actual YouTube videos that I worked on, I believe it was Easy on Me by Adele. That was like the last of the series of covers that I did. And then I think the year after I posted one cover and it was a Jamie Miller song. And then throughout those, which is kind of just things to put. Oh no, it was probably an episode of my podcast, I believe. Yeah, this season I did some virtual ones. So I think it might have been Isale or Shakira or someone. I think those. But those, I don't count those as like my YouTube journey. I just kind of uploaded them to upload them.
Yeah, I'm checking right now. And
Okay.
from 1 month ago, you have my interview with, I don't know how to say
With Shakira. Okay, yeah. And then, yeah, the national anthem stuff. But if you look, they're showing you my most popular ones. So if you go to videos, these are all just kind of things like there's my episode with Gabe. These are some podcast episodes. Like, these are not part of my YouTube journey. My YouTube journey literally ended. So I put this song out, Lonely by Noah Cyrus, because I was going through a really dark time. But these covers, you can tell I worked so hard on and I wanted to sound really good. And I took way more time making them. And I'm really proud of all of these that came out. But then I kind of ended for a little bit and then did podcast stuff and then my national anthem stuff. So, yeah, I stopped because it was actually John Turi. One time I did a voice lesson with John Turi. And how I would do covers before Aaliyah, I would literally record 10 to 15 covers back to back. I would just change my shirt. I just changed my shirt so people would think I recorded that in a different day, but I recorded it the same day. I just changed my shirt to each different video. And my voice was wrecked. And I didn't know my voice at all. I didn't know what I was capable of. I didn't know what I could sing, but I was pushing way too much and pushing myself a lot just to have these 10, 15 videos to record and to upload every week. And so my friend John Turi told me to basically stop doing that and to really focus on one song and to give it my all and to really be proud of every video that I upload. So I stopped doing that and I did just a few covers here and there, and then the podcast happened and that became a priority of mine. But next year, my goal is to go back to YouTube and start doing covers. I have a list of like 60 songs that I want to do for next year.
Now, staying on the song, sort of.
Yeah.
What's the highest note you can go?
I don't know notes. We don't have a piano here, do we? I'm also not warmed up. So I'm a tenor. I don't know if you know what a tenor. There's different based on your vocal range. They put you in this category. So for the men, we have the bass, the baritone, and the tenor. I'm a tenor, which is the highest level for men. My voice is a little lower now, but normally I have a higher voice than most men. A lot of men speak lower than me. And then for the women, we have the sopranos and the altos. I'm a tenor, so I think the highest note, belting wise, I don't think I make it to the 5th octave. I think, I don't know. But in my singing class, I'm a tenor, so I can't tell you, or I can't sing it for you. But pretty up there. I mean, I grew up listening to Kelly Clarkson and Adele, so I try to like hit their notes all the time. Yeah.
And last YouTube video question is, what is the video that you're most proud of?
The video that I'm the most proud of, and this is the proudest thing I've ever done in my life, I don't think I will ever top it, is my coming out video. 100%. That took all of me to record, and it took all of me to put out to the world. And that was the last thing for me to do before I could like close that chapter of this very long and stressful and overwhelming journey, was that video to tell, all my supporters. So that is the video I'm the most proud of, and I'm still proud of it to this day, and I cannot believe that video exists.
See, it's kind of funny that the whole world knew you were coming out, and not even your own dear sister that you saw look like the Michelin Man. You
What
didn't
Michelin
tell
Man?
her. Everybody says I look like the Michelin Man when I was a baby. Even my cousin that's not my cousin.
Because you had
Rolls.
you had rolls like on your arms and your thighs and everywhere.
Exactly. So you can't even tell your own Michelin Man sister that you were coming out, and you told the whole world.
Well, because you were very young at the time, and I think you were 7, and I didn't think you would like understand that whole thing, because you were still very young.
You know how I found out?
Huh?
I asked you.
You did.
On
And
your birthday.
I didn't even lie. I didn't even, think about lying. I just say yes because that's the truth. And I knew once you understood it that you would, ask questions or just be more curious about it. But at age 7, I feel like, no. You just still accept me for who I am,
Mm-hmm. So, what's a hidden talent that you have? Like, that's not singing-wise.
I would like to say drawing. Because when I actually take my time with drawing, I actually, I could draw. I can't rap. Yeah, like drawing and painting. You know that painting in my room here? Treat people with kindness? Like, I made that.
I know, I remember.
Yeah, every week for Orlando's hours on his timesheet, I draw a face. And sometimes when I have time to do it, then I will make it look good. Like, I drew Shrek. I drew Princess Peach. I drew Winnie the Pooh. Like, I can draw if I take the time with it, but usually I'm like, rah, 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 rah. Yeah, I'd say that's my hidden talent. Oh, maybe cooking. Yeah, maybe cooking is a hidden talent for me. I had to teach myself how to cook, and I had to learn how to cook, and I actually really do enjoy it. It's just with how crazy my life is, it's hard to find the time and to find recipes. But remember, I was cooking at Dad's all the time.
Yeah.
That might be a hidden talent of mine. I actually want to do like TikTok videos and post videos of cooking.
I can be your main guest,
For what?
for your cooking, just in case. Just keep me in your mind.
Yeah.
Anyways, so now if you can live anywhere in the world, any place, like in a different country, in a different continent, in a different state, anywhere, where would you go? Live.
That's a tough one. Because
You haven't seen everywhere in the world?
I've been to New York and I'm like, oh my god, I'd love to live in New York, and then I walk it and I'm like, hell no, I don't want to live in New York. I would like to live in just a peaceful area. Like I saw this house one time. It was right in front of a lake, and it was so peaceful and quiet, and the house was so nice, and the lake was literally right in front. And I was like, damn, that'd be a great place to live in. But I don't know, like state or country wise. I wouldn't want to live in Puerto Rico. Like I love visiting our family and stuff. But I don't think I'd live there. I don't know. I guess I haven't found the place yet, or even looked to find out, because I really do love living where we live. We're very lucky to live in a place like this. Like, look at how we literally just saw turkeys right now, but you can go just drive 5 minutes and there's the freaking beach, and you can see freaking sea otters and seals and seagulls and pelicans and stuff. And then you can go to Toro Park over there, and there's literally snakes and
I think
vultures and stuff.
Isn't Toro Park that way? But yeah,
Salinas is that way, and that's where Toro Park is.
I thought Toro Park was no, because that's Royal Oaks.
Manzanita.
Manzanita and Royal Oaks are that way.
Yeah.
Oh, so what's that way?
That down there is Monterey. Or Moss Landing? I don't know. So we live in a very incredible area. but I don't know.
Now, if you were to vacation anywhere, where would you go?
I haven't been to the UK yet. In Europe, so
You want to have some biscuits and tea?
yes, I do. With my hot honey. I want to go to London, and I want to go to Paris, and I want to go to Italy. Yeah, I haven't been over there yet.
What's your best accent, like, that you can do? Like, your best fake
My
accent?
southern accent. My country southern accent since I grew up in Oklahoma. In my barn with my cows and my horses.
I think that's.
And then my dad, he'd take me to the bar every Friday. And you know what we do? We drink whiskey
Oh my god.
and beer. And I'd sing some Garth Brooks. Oh, y'all. What a good time. That's probably the only... I can't do a British accent.
How about an Australian?
Australian? No. People make it look so easy, but I wouldn't even know like what to say or how to say it.
Yeah, I don't really know how. Well, I know like how to say it. Not going to, but I know how to say it. I just don't know what to say.
Yeah, like I was trying to mock, what's her name? Margot Robbie. She's Australian. Or Iggy Azalea. And I couldn't do it. So the only one I can do is the southern accent.
Yeah, because that's a great impression.
It is.
Oh, sorry.
It is a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
Because I love country music, so I love, I've listened to a lot of country singers talk.
Savannah has a really good British accent.
She does. Yeah. And you would assume I am good with British accent because I love Adele and Ed Sheeran and Sam Smith, but I just can't. I can say Harry Potter. You haven't seen Harry Potter? Okay.
No, I actually fell asleep while watching Harry Potter because that's how boring it is.
Are you bloody ridiculous?
Yes, I am.
Is this a fry-up? That's all I got. Or Andrew and I, we met these British ladies in Vegas. I'm like, you chops doing all right. You doing okay? That's all I got.
Okay. Well, now, what was I going to say? I forgot. Did I? So if you were to exchange your roommate... sorry, Andrew. I'm sorry. If you were to exchange your roommate, who would you exchange him for?
Probably nobody.
Oh, so you'd rather have Andrew or be alone?
I love being alone.
So why do you have Andrew?
I mean, I feel like I hardly ever see Andrew because I'm so busy. So
Or maybe Andrew hardly sees you because you always leave him alone.
Yeah, let's go with that. He hardly sees me because I'm so busy with work and school and recording and doing a bunch of other stuff. No, I love being alone. I love having my own space and doing my own things. But if you want me to pick like a new roommate, I guess I would pick probably a girl.
Now
I don't know
that I
who.
feel like we got into that point of the podcast, I feel like it's a little time to go deep.
Oh, okay.
Fine.
I'm an open book. Ask me whatever.
What's the most embarrassing thing that happened in high school?
Get a little closer to the mic. There you go.
What is the most embarrassing thing that you have done in high school? Oh my gosh.
I've told a few people this, but I don't think I've said it in the podcast. But I feel like people would like understand why I did this. I went to summer conditioning, which is when they do practice during the summer before cross country starts. And I went and I was going through the workout and I all of a sudden had to use the bathroom.
Oh gosh, I knew it was going to be something.
I had to go number 2. And so I went to the school, the campus, and I go to the first bathrooms. They were locked. The men's bathroom were locked. Went to the other bathroom. It was locked. Then I went to the other bathroom. It was locked, but the girls' bathroom was unlocked.
No.
So I literally went to the girls' bathroom and I let it all out. And
a girl walked
I
in?
was so relieved to, let it all out. I was so happy it wasn't like during school hours. It was during the summer, so not a lot of people were around. But yeah, it was bad. And then I just got back to my workout like nothing. So maybe not embarrassing because not a lot of people knew about it, but I was embarrassed. I'm like, guess I'm going to the girls' bathroom here in North County. Yeah. But if you want like one like during school time, like in front of people.
Mhm.
Maybe people were not embarrassed for me, but I was a little embarrassed when I sang in front of everyone. When I was a senior, I sang my graduation song. I was just a little embarrassed because of how everything ended up and how stressful.
And also, I started writing all of these questions at 11:08
Mm-hmm.
because I guess that's when I have the best ideas.
At 11:08.
Yeah,
That's funny.
exactly.
This morning?
No, at night.
Oh, okay. That was late. Yeah, those are my embarrassing moments.
You think that's embarrassing? Because imagine having to sing the same song like 5 times for your school, and then everybody's like, "Oh, are you the girl who sang Umbrella by Rihanna?"
That's not embarrassing. That's cute.
They wouldn't leave me alone. And then when I get in the car, guess what they play?
Umbrella.
Yes!
It's a big song even today.
I know, but I heard it like 35 billion quadrillion times.
That's funny. I have a problem with your talent show because most talent shows show people that are talented in different things. Everyone sang.
Yeah, because nobody wanted to do different things.
Usually you have someone that dances or someone that can do gymnastics or something.
Actually, I think 2 years ago, I can actually pull up the talent show right now, but at the very end, we had a duet with like 5 students.
Yeah.
And Mr. Gaio, and they had like a dancing song thing
Okay.
going on.
Yeah, you guys should have changed the name. Like, don't call it a talent show. You should call it like American Idol or The Voice.
American Idol?
Or just like a singing performance show, because that's what everyone did. Just sing. Yeah.
I think
Yeah, but I've never done a talent show. I've never signed up for one.
you? I feel like you would.
I
If you
would
could.
too, but growing up in my schools, we never had one. I'm telling you. Like, I could have, I don't know,
Let's see if I
Done
can
done
if I
some
can
cool
do this.
stuff.
Yeah,
I remember when Samira did the talent show when she was first grade or kindergarten, and she sang Annie.
kindergarteners go on the talent show.
No?
Or first grade. Or second grade. It's 3rd through 6th grade.
Okay. Yeah, she sang Annie. It was so good. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like everybody in the family has good genes. Oh, well, most people in the family has good genes of singing.
Or we like to believe that we do. I know. But I was probably the first one, though, in the whole family.
Yeah, you're probably the first one to, like, start singing.
You and Samira following in my footsteps.
Not following. Samira's following because she's going to the... Actually, no, she's not really following your footsteps in high school.
Yeah. Adisai is a really great singer, too.
Yeah. It's a shame. I feel like we're getting off the topic of deep, so I'm gonna...
It's okay.
My gosh.
You're the host. You can do whatever you want.
I'm only the host for one episode, so I gotta...
No, I love this. I'm usually hosting and, being in control. I'm just chilling here. I love it.
Do you want kids?
Oh my God.
Which is a which is a question I really ask you frequently, and you're like always like, no, but I want the true answer.
Oh my God. Next question.
No. That wasn't an option.
Next question.
No.
Next question, yeah.
It's okay.
Here's my thing. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've already experienced what it's like to be a parent. Besides, obviously, giving birth and having my own kids. I understand
You can't give birth.
I know. That's why. Or having my own kids. But with you and Samira, I already know what it's like to literally, like...
But this is different because we're your siblings. We're not you.
But the actions are still the same. Like, of taking you guys to school, picking you up from school, taking you guys to practice, picking you up from practice, cooking dinner.
I don't go anywhere.
Huh?
I don't go anywhere.
I'm talking like I've taken you to gymnastics when you were younger. Like, stuff like that.
I hated gymnastics.
And Samira with her, with her sports as well.
Sports med.
And cooking and just talking and hanging out and helping, and fighting.
Okay.
I feel like I got the experience of what a parent is like, So that doesn't interest me as of now. Who knows when I'm in my... I always say, ask me again when I'm in my 30s. Because in my 20s, I have a lot of things that I have to get through first and things I want to accomplish before I think of marriage and kids.
So we're just gonna skip the next question, I guess.
What is it?
Well, the next question was, if so...
Talk closer to the mic.
If so...
Not that close. There you go.
If so, what will be their names?
Oh my god.
Like your favorite kid names. Or like a name you wanted to name yourself. Or like
Adam.
a name.
I'm just kidding.
My God.
I don't know why. I was obsessed with Riverdale at the time, but I always thought Archie was a cute name.
Like an arch of a bridge?
No, Archie. Just Archie.
Archie, come here. Oh, yes, you're such a good boy.
Yeah.
That sounds like a dog name.
Well, so's Max. And I've, seen kids that are named Max. I also think Mateo's a cute name. As for girls, I haven't thought of, like, girl names.
So, I'm assuming that you've always wanted a brother of your own.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what would he look like? Hold on. Give me a second. Let me see if I can do my best drawing of him on my tablet.
Okay. You can draw while I talk, I
Give me a
guess.
second.
What would he look like? Well, if he's mom and dad's kid, I guess he'd have curly hair.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if he'd be pale or just tanner.
What color hair?
What color hair? I feel like it'd be like a light brown to like a kind of... Yeah, he'd be like a light brown, I'd say. Curly hair. I just don't know if he'd be pale. But since... I think he'd be pale. I'm picturing him looking kind of like Dad when Dad was younger. So he might be pale. He might have like maybe some freckles or something.
I have freckles.
Hopefully he'll have blue eyes. Blue eyes and yeah, I feel like he'd be a miniature dad. But then like Mom, how about a miniature dad but tan? Let's not make him pale anymore. We'll make him tan.
Let me just draw him.
Tan with the curly hair, but then the blue eyes. Yeah. It's not that I've always wanted a brother. Like, I'm cool with my two sisters.
Yeah.
I like being the only boy, I guess.
Do you though?
I just thought you were gonna be a boy. You know? When Mom was pregnant, I was like, oh, it's a boy. But, you know.
Did Mom not believe the doctors?
Well, it's not... No. We all thought it was gonna be a boy before we even talked to the doctors.
Oh.
It wasn't until the ultrasound they said that this is a girl. And we're like, oh, wow. That caught us by surprise. Yeah, but I was chilling with it.
So, it looks like he's going to be crying because I don't know how to...
You can't talk and not be close to the mic.
It looks like he's going to be crying because I don't really know how to draw not crying eyes. So, that's his deformed nose. Mm-hmm. And we're going to give him some freckles.
Okay.
He looks like a cartoon kid.
Yeah. Yeah, so...
And then let's give him his blue eyes.
I actually do have a brother somewhere. I've just never met him.
Somewhere.
That's one of my goals next year. Hopefully I can...
Reconnect with family?
Find that part of my life. Reconnect with a whole family that I should know. Yeah.
Okay. So let me make his hair a little thicker.
Thicker?
Yeah. You can't have... Because it looks like he's bald, like Dad.
Mm-hmm.
So this basically looks like Dad when he was younger.
Let's see. Oh my god.
Isn't he wonderful?
He looks like... What's his name? Wiley?
YB?
YB. From Coraline. That's YB.
No, but YB... You're right. He's wonderful.
Yeah, he looked like YB, I'd say. Yeah.
So isn't this everything you ever dreamed of and more?
Yeah, sure.
Hey, don't question my skills. I can animate.
What was your question that you asked me? Oh, the brother thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Did you have anything else?
Now.
Oh.
Favorite sister, go. Truth only. Do you swear to tell the truth and only the truth in the name of the Constitution of the United States of America?
No. Take me to jail.
Do you swear to do you swear to tell the truth and only the truth under the supervision of God and the Constitution of the United States of America?
No.
Tell the truth. Favorite sister cannot change.
It's different.
It's not different.
You know, so, Aaliyah, this is reality. It changes. Nothing ever stays the same.
Okay, well, right now.
As of now?
Yes.
I haven't even... Oh, I did see Samira, but she's in her bat cave.
The man.
I don't think it's fair to choose favorite siblings.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, that's BS. I guess you.
Yay.
As of now.
Oh.
It just sometimes Samira pisses me off.
Who
and
doesn't
sometimes
she?
you're annoying, so it's like...
Hey, I try to be nice.
It balances out, you know?
Who? You know what? I'm not even gonna.
It's not fair for you to ask you guys because... What's your favorite brother? You have one brother. Who's your favorite sister? You got one sister.
How do you know I only have one brother?
Because I know.
Well, technically, I have a stepbrother.
Whom?
I don't know.
Whom?
I don't know. Well, technically, if you're my stepbrother and you have a brother, which
It's not step, it's half.
So if I have a half brother.
But I've known you your whole life, so like...
Yeah, but like, if you're my half brother and then you have a full brother, he's my half brother too because...
He's not my full brother. Because we don't have the same mom.
So he's still your half brother.
Yeah.
And he's still my half.
No, because his mom and dad are not your mom and dad.
So then how are you my brother?
Because we have the same mom.
So then wouldn't he be my step half brother because we have the same mom?
So step is only when...
A dad steps in to take another dad's place.
It's kind of like marriage thing.
Yeah.
When the dad or the mom steps in, so their kids are your step's siblings.
So the man already had the kids and mom...
He had him after in life, but I've never met him or I've never met the kids. But technically they are my half siblings.
That makes zero sense, but okay.
They're my half siblings because we share the same dad. Their dad is my dad. You know?
I thought it was...
But we don't have the same mom, which makes it half.
I thought it was your mom is their mom.
No. Because mom only has 3 kids and it's us. You know? My mom is mom. Their mom is someone else that I've never met. Yeah. So to you, I don't know what they would be.
Like step brothers?
They'd only be step if, like, you know,
So
we were a family.
half brothers?
Sure. We could say half.
Have you had braces?
No.
Anything to dentally?
No, I've never had braces, never had a cavity.
Surgery?
Surgery, I've never had surgery. I guess when I was a kid, what did they take out? Your tonsils? Mom took those out for me. I mean, that's what is that a surgery? She didn't take
out
them.
The tonsils
she didn't take them out
for you?
No, she just took me to the place to get them out.
Oh.
I've never needed a surgery.
That's funny.
The doctor one time said, because I was having like throat issues and vocal issues when I was like 19. And then the doctor said, you have the throat of a 38-year-old, which means I've been overusing in my voice. I've overworked it. And he said, if I keep doing that, by the time I actually turn 38, I'm going to need some vocal surgery or I'm just going to be like without a voice because I pushed it way too much. And I was singing the wrong way. So since then, I changed the way that I sing and I actually sing a lot healthier now. Yeah, because I did not want vocal surgery.
The worst surgery that I've ever had. You know anesthesia?
Yeah.
To help you go to sleep?
Mm-hmm.
I'm too strong. I wake up.
Oh, wow.
So in the middle of a surgery from a tooth that was outgrown, that wasn't supposed to grow, I woke up in the middle of it. I was like, what's going on? And they were like, go back to sleep. And then Mom brought me back home. She said that they had to bring me home in a wheelchair. So I was asleep on the bed, and then Mom, she was doing the laundry. And then I got up, I was like, and I felt like a bobblehead. Like my head felt like heavy, and I was just like up and down. And I had like 9 bananas that day.
9?
Yeah.
Jesus.
That was like the worst surgery I've ever had.
Yeah.
And yeah, so they had to use extra strong anesthesia on me. So I would go to sleep. Or I just have to be tired.
That's crazy. I've never had anesthesia. You
It
just
tasted
feel
great.
like dozy, like. Oh my god.
Like my vision was blurry.
Mhm.
Like I could see, but it was like I needed glasses.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but I've only had like 2 surgeries in my life. Actually, like 1 because of the tooth, and then I feel like I had another one.
Yeah, mom's getting a surgery on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to take her. We're not gonna say what for. But yeah, I've never needed a surgery. I did like dislocate something in my knee one time in cross country, and I was planning to go to the doctor to get something done. But La Señora Quesoba, she massaged my knee and she fixed me up. And so I didn't, bless you, I didn't need that
Thanks.
anymore. Yeah.
So I'm assuming the scariest thing that happened in your life is a car accident.
I mean, yeah, I would say so. I've never had that moment in life where I thought I was gonna, pass away, like thought I was done. Like I was preparing for the worst. I was preparing to die. So I've never had that moment where I thought that, that was it for me. So I'd say, yeah, that was probably the scariest moment. And all the emotions and the feelings that I was feeling like right after it was pretty heavy as well. Yeah.
Now your dream job. Your dream job. Let me try to guess this. I'm pretty sure it's to be like somebody famous. Sing. Do something.
Yeah, I say my dream job would be performing on a stage, to travel the world and to just get paid to sing and, to sing in front of people. That'd probably be a dream for me. I don't think it'll ever happen. So my dream job would be something related to do with music. But as a kid, I had a lot of different dream jobs. I thought it'd be cool to be a chef and to cook. I also thought it'd be cool to work at a movie theater. One day I'm going to work at a movie theater and just quit like after 2 days. I just want to work a weekend. I thought it'd be the coolest job ever.
You know what? Since you're my older brother, 23. I feel like you should help me decide.
Help you decide what?
Well, I don't really know what I want to be because nothing has crossed this desert mind of mine.
Well, you're not alone. I was feeling what you were feeling at 18 years old. And you are 10, and you have more than enough time.
I have 9 years.
You actually have more than that, because when you go to college, the first 2 years, you're just taking all these random classes. They're called general education classes. So you're taking math and science and history and a foreign language and stuff like that. And so you're going to take a bunch of different things that might interest you. And when you go to high school, you're going to learn a bunch of other different stuff that are going to guide you in different paths. And you will find what you like to do. I always knew it was music for me, but the arts and music itself are kind of looked down upon, and they're not seen as real jobs or a real career. So that's why I kind of pushed it aside and tried to find something that was interesting to me to pursue. And I could not find anything. There's only one thing for me, and it's music. So you will find it. You're only 10 years old. Like, you will find it.
If I've survived 9 years, I'm pretty sure I can survive like 10 more.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, and for some people, it's really easy. Since they're 11 or 12, they're like, I want to be a doctor. And when they turn 17, 18, they still want to be a doctor. But a lot of the times it just changes. You'll know when you know.
What is the most useless class that you ever took in high school? Because
Get closer to the mic. There you go.
What is the most useless class that you ever took in high school? Because I feel like the most useless class is like history. Because I get that you need to know the stuff from the past, but why? Because for it not to be happen again?
I actually agree. I've I'd probably say history as well.
All you need to know is the stuff from the present so you can prevent. I think the dryer washer.
Oh, my clothes are done washing.
Yeah.
I agree because a lot of it's just memory. You have to memorize all these dates and when this happened and when that happened and when people died and how they died, and like you have to, it's a lot of memory stuff. And now today I can tell you I don't remember any of it. I remember some important stuff, but I don't know why I need to know it, you know? I get it, it's important, it was an important part of American history, this and that, and that we should know it, but I don't know why we should know it, you know?
Like I get like it's useful to know, but like how is it useful to know?
Yeah. I still like, I always did really well in history. I enjoyed it. But I'd say if you're asking for useless, I'd probably say history, yeah. But my hardest class, the one I struggled with the most was math, and it was only because of the teacher. You know, I 100% believe that teachers have an effect on how you learn and what you learn and how hard it could be for you or easy it could be for you. It's for the teachers, you know? So I had some tough teachers.
I can say I'm pretty great at rounding decimals.
Yeah, me too.
Those are like so good. I'm so good at those, and all my friends ask for help, and they're like, "How do you do that?"
Yeah.
But probably my favorite history is like ancient Greek, cause that's like where everything collides and happens. Together.
Yeah, I learned about Egypt, and I loved learning about the pyramids and the Egyptians and the Sphinx and what is it, the pharaohs. I enjoyed learning about that. And then in college, I took Mexican history, and I learned so much about, you know, Mexican culture and their pyramids. And I learned about Frida Kahlo and a bunch of other painters. So it's like if you're interested in it and if you want to learn about it, and so then it's useful. But it's like when it's a requirement, people don't actually really care about it, then, you know. Yeah, I do like museums, sometimes seeing like, you know, artifacts and stuff, where they came from, what year. It's cool, but sometimes it could be boring. Yeah.
Yeah, because what was a teacher that you would beef with the most?
Beef with? I never beefed, like argue or say things or be rude, because I'm not a rude person. I kind of keep things to myself. There is a teacher that I just never got along with or understood.
For this part, we're just gonna call them Bob, because
yeah, we'll call him Bob. I'm not gonna say their name.
Yeah.
But Bob. Yeah, I'd say it was Bob. Who I had for 3 years and completely ruined, you know, I did say it was math. I was kind of tying into that teachers, how they could make the class really hard for you, and Bob made it hard for me. I struggled really hard, and it was the way that Bob was teaching. So I never enjoyed him. And also, one of my coaches made it very hard for me.
Let's call this one let me feel.
One of my coaches, they told me I had to choose. I told them, hey, I'm coaching tennis and I play tennis as well in Seaside during the week, and will it be okay if I can do both? And they're like, no, it's not okay, you have to make a decision. And so I'm like, well, I love tennis way more, so I picked tennis. But then track and field happened, and then I asked Coach AJ about the same thing, and he's like, as long as you work hard and I see you're improving, you can do your thing. And so I did both of them, and I still made him proud, and I was able to really do well that track season, and I got the coach's award and the track and field scholarship. So that was like my main thing, like that I can prove that I can do many things at the same time. I don't have to stick to one.
Okay, you can barely tell, but this is 76
54
and 54.
Mm-hmm.
Round it to the nearest whole number.
Wouldn't it be 77?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, good. I'm not dumb.
It's just...
Yeah, a whole number is just like a solid number with no decimals on it. So
It'd be this, but
Yeah.
then a decimal. And then.
yeah, but you try to confuse me with the 54 because you don't know if you want to be, because if you're rounding it to the nearest decimal, it'd be 76.5. And if it was like 56, then it'd be 76.6.
It would be 76.
Yeah, but if you wanted a whole number,
decimal.
it'd be 77.
If you were rounding it from the decimal, then it would be 76.
Yeah.
Decimal 5.
But if it was 56 instead of 54, it'd be 76.6.
Yeah, we're learning to add decimals, which I find is really easy. But
Good for you.
But some of my friends find it hard.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find some more questions because I'm kind of running out.
You're running out, or you've already run out?
I don't know. Let's find out if it.
Okay. Yeah, I want you to ask everything that you wanted to ask.
Oh, I didn't ask you this.
Get closer to the mic.
I didn't ask you this, but
Uh-huh.
this was supposed to be part of my deep, and I kind of forgot.
Okay.
If you could make a song about anything that has happened in your life, what would it be about?
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, I've been writing songs since I was like 13. And they've all been about like a feeling or something that I've gone through. But I've always wanted to write a song about I was trying to write a song about like how I see myself and then how other people see me, right? How I see myself, like how I get all these compliments all the time and I don't believe in them. So I was trying to write a song about that, but then Ariana Grande came out with Point of View. I love to see my point of view, And I'm like, oh, well, she basically wrote it for me. So I kind of gave up on that because she wrote it perfectly how I would have wanted to write it. And then I was trying to write one about like loving myself and like how people take me for granted and I'm trying to be nice and kind and think of others and this and that. Then Ed Sheeran came out with a song called Save Myself that explained everything that I wanted to write about. So I kind of gave up on that and he did it for me. So as of now, I'd probably want to write a song more about feelings. I was trying to like write a song about like just emotions and feelings.
I think you should continue to try writing those songs because just because somebody else did it for you doesn't mean it's for you. It's about something else about them, but it's not about you.
That's a good call. It's just I would not even be as close to being as good as theirs. I was just so happy with theirs that I'm like, I can't top that. And I don't want to repeat anything they said because they said everything I wanted to say. Yeah, but I do have a lot of other songs that I wrote that I'm really happy and proud of.
Let's get out of that sad, pitiful hole.
Right.
And what's your favorite? What's the best part about working at your job?
The best part is literally the people. Yeah, I love seeing Bree every day and Dad and Joy and Xavier and Orlando. I loved seeing Herman every day, and now I miss Germ. And I just the people, seeing them and working with them and helping each other, trying to make each other's lives easier, but sometimes we make it harder. For me, it's all about the people. And obviously, like doing all the work is cool. It's a big distraction for me, and it keeps me busy. I'd say that, and then all the cool things that we're able to do, like. Dad's had this business for years and years, and I don't think he's ever like done as much events that we've done. And I feel like I've been able to help with that, with the Christmas picture we've done every year and the Christmas breakfast and the Secret Santa that I was able to, create and to do every year. And Bree stepping in and helping us, and we've been able to do the break room and the barbecues and the Porsche. Just doing more team building stuff because this is way more than just work, it's like a family and it's a group of people and we're all friends, so we should be able to celebrate all that aside of work as well. Okay,
so I officially have run out of questions. So
thank you for the questions. They were so cool.
So here we go. How much time is left
of this episode? I think we are like 50 minutes in there. Well, like we could stop it if you want. Are you happy with the questions you asked me?
No, I have more.
Okay. And I also have 2 that I ask all of my guests.
Okay, go ahead.
But I usually do it at the very end of the episode.
Okay, well, you can go ahead and ask me questions while I brew up something in my mind.
Okay, but you don't have to push yourself to learn any. If you're happy with it, you're cool. My question for you is there something that you really want to do, or somewhere you really want to go to, that you're like, oh, I've always wanted to go here, either like an amusement park or like a place or a location or something, activity you always wanted to do?
Honestly, if I were to say, this is the Moana land, because Moana, no offense, but she's not my favorite Disney, but she kind of does look like me.
Yeah.
And we kind of both live off a tropical island. But Tiana's my favorite because, I don't know. Tiana.
But you want to go to the Moana land?
Yeah, because I heard it's like really magical, and like at night, like some lights turn on.
But that's in Florida, right? It's in Disney World.
I don't know.
It's not here. So we got to go to Florida. I've actually been wanting to go to Miami.
Yeah, but Mom has some family in Florida, so maybe.
In Orlando, yeah. Her aunt and the cousins over there.
So maybe we'll get lucky, and maybe we get to see Raphael.
Oh, Raphael texted me today. I almost cried.
What'd he say?
He said, haven't responded yet.
Brother, you know how nice he is.
I am going to respond. It's just like I saw it when I was driving here, and then I got here, and then we started recording, so. Dios te bendiga, pasaba por aquí para desearte un buen fin de semana. And then an emoji.
Wait.
Do you know how to read Spanish?
Un poquito.
Okay. Dios te bendiga, you know what that means?
God bless you.
Pasaba por aquí para desearte un buen fin de semana.
Passed by here to tell you to have a great weekend.
You're so good, yeah. Dude, I've been calling Abuela and sending her pics, and she's not responding to me. I think we have beef. I'm just kidding. But no, she hasn't.
Because I think that when she was on the call with Mom, and she was like, "Tell Isai to call me some about the car crash," and then I guess he never called her.
No, I called her like 2 weeks ago, and no response, and she never called me back. And then I like to send her pictures just so she can see how life is going, and they wouldn't deliver. I don't know if she has like a new phone or something, but I don't know. I've been calling her. Another question for you. So you said Moana Land. Okay, cool. How would you say your style is? Like your clothes, what kind of clothes you like to wear, any specific colors? How would you describe your style?
I would generally like to think that I don't really have a style, because sometimes, like someday, like days I can just go wearing jeans and a little blouse or something with a white blouse and something like a cute cottagecore. But the next day I would like wear Nike sneakers or Nike sneaker with boot cuts and a sweater and a purple jacket.
Mm-hmm.
With my hair parted to the side.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm different every day too. But comfort is my main style. I have to be comfortable. I'm not gonna shove my freaking body into some tight jeans anymore. I'm not gonna be wearing shirts that I, squeezed into as well. One more question for you. Ariana Grande or Olivia Rodrigo?
Please don't make me decide. Next question.
Who do you perform? You have to listen to one of them for the rest of your life. Or you could only listen to one of them. The other one has to go.
Okay. I love you, Ariana Grande. I love you so much. But if I were to learn that Ariana Grande is getting a new album frequently, then I would pick Ariana Grande. Mm-hmm. But I feel like she's barely posting albums anymore because she's more focused on acting.
Yeah.
So you didn't. So I can still watch her movies technically, because you didn't say that. So I would watch like her movies or series or whatever she's doing, and
You can watch The Voice.
she's not on The Voice.
I know she was in one season. You can still watch it.
Yeah, she was on that season, but I would have to pick Olivia Rodrigo because she came out with her new album Guts, and you gotta love Bad Idea, right? A vampire.
Okay.
But I feel like she's gonna be sending out more albums more frequently than Ariana Grande.
That's a good pick. I would only pick Ariana because I grew up listening to her since I was like 13, 14. And she just has way more albums, so you have way more songs to listen to. But like artistically speaking, I prefer Olivia's like songwriting and her tone. But Ariana, just has a more longer, more impactful career, I'd say. But Olivia's gonna get there eventually. My first one I ask everyone is, what is your favorite Kelly Clarkson song?
Gosh, it's brutal out here. I know that's Olivia Rodrigo, but I've been wanting.
And you actually told me this yesterday because I asked you.
Yeah, I did tell you this yesterday. It's Heartbeat song.
Why is it Heartbeat song?
No.
You don't know?
Well, Heartbeat song is the really, like, Kelly Clarkson writes really good songs, but Heartbeat song is, I feel like, the only one I can memorize and the one I really was listening to the most coming out of your room.
Because it's so repetitive.
Yeah. So.
That's a good one. She wrote when she was pregnant with her daughter, and that's her daughter's favorite song. They actually sang it together. In Vegas.
Okay, here you go. I'm not done, but let's see if this color gives you a hint.
I don't know, blueberry?
Blueberries are not pink.
I'm not good with colors. Oh, it's a pink circle? I don't know what that is.
Let me see.
And my second question, which I just realized I cannot ask you.
Oh.
Because do you have a question for me? But this whole episode has been you asking me questions. So I don't need to ask you that one.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to do this and this. It's a pig.
What is that?
Don't make fun of him. Wait, is
the only thing that it's giving... Okay, I think it's... Oh, you're not done?
Okay, I had to fix the ears.
What the hell? I was only going to say it's a pig because of the tail. The swirly tail.
Yeah.
But, like, you forgot the nose?
Oh, that's what I forgot.
They literally have the stout. And that's what gives it away that it's a pig.
Sorry. There you go.
And the little arms. There you go. Now that looks like a pig. Okay, so I think we're done, right? So no more questions. Thank you, Aaliyah, for coming on. Did you enjoy recording with me?
Of course I did. It's my dream come true.
Dream come true.
You literally recorded with everybody. You recorded, I'm pretty sure, with people at school, like your teachers.
Yeah, because that's what this podcast was for.
and yeah.
That's what it was for, to reconnect with people.
Oh, and I also forgot. I have braces on.
You do?
I don't recommend. They hurt.
They still hurt?
Only when I bite down. Like I can eat, but it hurts.
It'll get better. You'll get used to it. And
then they tighten them.
Oof. Yeah. I don't know the feeling. Thank God.
Okay, let me do the finale. Okay, guys, we're all done here. I hope you guys had a great time. Please come back for more episodes. Yeah. Okay, bye.
I don't talk like that.
Yes, you do.
But bye. See y'all next week with a brand new episode.
XOXO.
Hey.